turns out these, I have no idea what they're for, but they're not for doing the modern shock absorber thing. So I'm just gonna cut them off.
It's clear we need to get you a left-handed grinder.
Go.
Okay.
Axle, clean, ready to be blasted. Welcome back to Finnegan Begin again. Today we're going to be taking apart the rear end. And this time I'm going to be smart, at least I think smart, and get the leaf spring off first. That's a significant amount of weight that's on this thing and it's in the way. So we're going to not deal with it and get it out of the way quick. All right, here we go. see if that helped at all. Yes, it did. Probably helped this side too, but it's moving. At least it's moving. Ow! Oh, that was a good hammer right to my knuckle. Oh! Oh, I'm getting tired of that. I'm just worried about this coming out and what the leaf spring is going to do. So I'm being cautious, and that's this isn't fun. I think I'm going to cuss a lot now, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Okay, that side's off. Let's see if it makes this side any easier. Oh. Oh, good. Now I can tend to my bruised knuckles. All right, brake drum time. Answer to getting the drum off was to loosen up and remove the shoe bolt at the bottom to release any pressure on the shoes on the drum. And then gear puller, little tension, it just popped and slid right off. So we'll do the same for the other side. All right, the rear brakes are where the parking brake is located. So here's the wire that gets pulled from passenger cabin to lock past the parking brakes in. Remove that from here. We take the clamps off of the retaining bolt. And off comes the we'll leave that on for now. We just need to release the spring. So just like we did before, take a screwdriver. Actually, it might be easier for me since this is folded. Nope. Okay, yeah. We'll do the screwdriver trick. Where's the other screwdriver? There we go. Screwdriver. There we go. off. One shoe down. That's the one with the other portion of the emergency brake, which we can now take off. And the other shoe. All right. We'll get the grease catcher off, backing plate off, and then we'll see what the axle looks like. Figure out how to get this out too. Got a spring on it that doesn't want to go through. Ah, I see. There's a retainer. Little metal retainer here. But still. There we go. Ah! Oh, there we go. All right, it all comes out. I don't know if you saw that, if my body was in the way. But basically, take that retainer clip off, and it slides right through the tube here. All right, cylinder out. The cylinder looks like it's pretty good, but we're getting all 4 new ones. All right. Oh, this might be interesting. These are very large. Once again, it looks like somebody tried to set up the rear axle for shocks. This one, I don't know, I'll see if this is the right way of doing it or if it is not the right way of doing it. If it is, yeah, well, in the future we might put shocks on. Initially, no. So, looks like another big bolt back here holding on the backing plate because it's going through. Well, you know, rather than describe it, I'll just show you. So right here you can see this bracket that's holding on where you would put on the shock absorber, gas shock absorber. And so this bracket is going through all the way to where the grease holder, basically what's holding the backing plate on. So we've got this normal nut here, another normal nut down there, and then we've got these 2 big ones here. So hopefully they turn like normal bolts. They're just big. Let's see. Okay, brackets off. Thanks to some good use of vice grips. Get it. There we go. All right. So those 3/4. Come on. coming out. Okay, just need a little motivation. There's the back. Okay. Now, just need to remove this radius arm and do the other side. Okay, day 2 of taking the rear end apart. If anybody's wondering, my fingers actually surprisingly feel pretty good from taking all those hits with the hammer yesterday. So, small blessings, but let's get busy. I'd like to get this thing taken apart today, and I'd kind of like to get the garage back to Katie. She hasn't said anything yet, bless her heart, but you know, it's getting hot outside and she doesn't want to get into a baking car. So let's get busy. All right, time to remove the radius rods, the rear radius rods. The ones up front were released when we took the backing plate off. Oh, sorry, the ones in back. So those are already hanging. And something tells me, looking at the arrangement of these bolt, nuts, everything, it looks like it's kind of hodgepodge. I don't think that this is the correct hardware. And a whole bunch of washers stacked in here. So I don't think this is the correct hardware to hold this onto the torque tube. But we'll get it off. Washers, spare equipment. Hey, radius rods removed. Probably the easiest thing I've done on this whole thing. All right, now next will be the torque tube. Okay, this is a torque tube. I haven't done any research into it, but these early Fords used a torque tube drivetrain. This, what I'm touching right now, does not turn. It is solidly attached to the rear end. And inside of it, for those of you that have looked underneath the car and see that there's that spinning shaft that runs the back wheels on a rear-wheel drive car, is inside of here. Okay? Now, based off of its name, torque tube, I'm thinking maybe it resists the torque of the spinning engine and doesn't transfer it to the rear end, causing a twist in the rear end. Not sure. That's the only thing I can think of. Feel free in the comments below to let me know how a torque tube works if that's wrong. But we're gonna get it off so we can get the drivetrain out and get the rear end taken apart. Here we go. Hopefully, since they're really greasy, these are going to come out easily. That would be nice. Now I'm noticing, ow, that my finger just got touched. noticing that these bolts have a hole through them, so they're intended for lock wire. Here's my lock bar. Instantly loose. One last thing to do before we take it off of the drivetrain. This is the speedometer gear. This is how the speedometer knows how fast you're going. Apparently based off the spinning of the drivetrain. Because, you know, the tachometer tells you how fast the engine is spinning. And so, speedometer gear onto a gear inside the drivetrain. All right, now I think we can take the torque tube off. Expecting, and not what I was expecting. So we've got some cleanup to do. All right, now let's figure out how to get the shaft out of here without killing ourselves. Okay, I've got Bubba here helping me. Thank you, Bubba, for being a help. Okay, we're gonna take the axle sleeves off, slide them off, get the gears out, get the pumpkin empty, and then it'll be ready to go off plastic coat. And these should be nice and greasy, so hopefully they'll just come right out. Yes! Been draining for a couple of days, so hopefully the majority of the oil is out. Now that old oil. Now let's see. It just slides. Got a hold?
Yeah, why don't you try and grab it over now there. I think there's gonna be a seal right here. While you're applying it on the floor. So just hold it up on that end.
Okay, now the other side. We're thinking maybe this whole thing will slide out this way. Lift.
It's up.
Oh. Looks like it's splitting a little bit.
Is it? Keep
I
winding.
think so. We could roll it a little bit too if you can. Yeah, you can.
Whoa. Go straight now. It'll go. If it's moving at all, it should break.
Let me get a screwdriver.
It's going. Yeah, keep going.
Let's move this screwdriver.
It's just going slow. Probably want to be careful. Just want yeah, you can see it's starting to split. There it goes. Now tap it over there. There it goes. Yeah, it's going. Keep going. Yeah, it's going.
Yay!
I think the whole thing's gonna come out. Go ahead and take the glue off, and I'll hold this while you get that out of the way, and then you can help me pull the. There you go.
Oh. There's some grease still on that.
I will hold it.
Okay.
Squeegee that stuff off.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel this. This housing is now loose, so you can see the gears resting on the flange in there.
Okay, so I'm wiping that off.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stable. Just don't get too aggressive with it. I won't rub it. I might actually use a putty knife. You know it? If you got one, or even the screwdriver, because it'll just like.
But this will give me that.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Use a
But
putty
this will
knife.
give me the joy of feeling it squish between my fingers.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, so it's four.
It's not really grease. It's more like clay.
Oh, that's satisfying. Oh, that's satisfying.
Jelly.
Check that. Ugh. It's all over my fingers. All right. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's just set this down in the box. Oh, I guess yeah.
Yes, and there's your gas.
Yeah.
That's not a shimmer or anything. You can just use gas.
Oh, I've got to replace. I've got to.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Well, I know where to get replacement ones. It's okay.
There you go.
Alrighty. Now we gotta get that gear out. Get that relatively cleaned off. Probably replace the bearings. Yeah, that's lock wired on this side. held on with, yeah, so we've got these bolts that go through here.
You may not have to.
We don't have to, yeah, if we take a look at it, but might as well replace the bearings, right? Okay, so that is the rear end disassembled. Looks like all of the gears are looking good and the roller bearings are looking good here and over here. We got the gear in there, looks good. Got to figure out how to get that out so we can get the pumpkin, banjo rear end pumpkin off for blast and coating. And we're going to go back over to Kevin's, you know, our resident machinist, as Bubba says, who can figure out how to get that out.